Hi, second graders. I have a story to share with you called More-igami. I'm really bummed out we weren't able to read this together in class and then pass it to the other second grade classrooms in the Blue Pod. But I think you'll really like it. I chose this book for two reasons. Reason one, I can make a self-to-text connection with the main character. His name is Joey, and he loves to fold and create art and origami specifically with paper. Also, I can make a text-to-text connection thinking of another book that we read and enjoyed as a class earlier this year. I wonder what connections you can make as we read this story. More-igami by Dory Kleber, illustrated by Brian Carras. More-igami. Joey loved things that folded. Can you spot two things that are folded? He collected old road maps. He played the accordion. He slept in a fold-away bed. One day, Sarah Takimoto's mother came to school. She took a plain piece of paper, she folded it, and flipped it, and pulled it until it became a crane. Joey's eyes popped. His jaw dropped. Mrs. Takimoto called it origami. I want to make origami, Joey told her. Will you teach me? I can show you the folds, she said, but if you want to be an origami master, you'll need to practice and have patience. Joey started that afternoon. He practiced on his notebook paper and on the construction paper from the art shelf. But even his simple shapes were crooked and crumpled. So he practiced on his homework. And on the newspaper. And on his sister's sheet music. And he practiced on all the gift wrap and on the recipe for Aunt Vivian's pineapple surprise. Practice. He went next door to Muy Mexicana. Fajitas always made him feel better. Joey, Mr. Lopez sang. Hey, what's wrong? It takes patience and practice to be an origami master, Joey said. But whenever I practice, everybody else loses their patience. Many artists are misunderstood, amigo, said Mr. Lopez, especially when they're just learning. What's that? Mr. Lopez asked, pointing to Joey's napkin. A pyramid, said Joey. Sorry. No, don't apologize, Mr. Lopez said. I like it. It makes the table look fancy. Could you make more? Joey grinned. I could make 100. So Joey folded and folded and folded until pyramids perched on every table in the restaurant. Each day after school, Joey went back to Muy Mexicana. He folded napkins into fans. He made candlesticks. Then he tried crowns. Some napkins toppled. He pulled. It worked! A crane! At last, he was an origami master. Just then, a girl walked in. She was waving a paper fan. Her eyes popped. Her jaw dropped. "Did you make that?" she asked. Joey nodded. "I can show you how," said Joey. "But I should warn you, it takes practice and lots of patience." Wink. The end. Here's some directions for folding your own origami ladybug. Feel free to pause the video. The end. This story reminds me about, we were talking about growth mindset and practicing, and it's okay that things are hard, and a lot of times perfect doesn't even happen, but that's okay, because as long as we put our heart and mind into it, that's what counts. I hope this summer, second graders, you're working on lots of things to create and use your imagination with, and that you have lots of fun. Keep growing your brains. Can't wait to see you next year.